Hey everybody, this is Brandon from Unboxing Toys, and we are super stoked this evening because we have received a package from Jakks, and that's JAKKS.com. They have graciously sent us some toys to unbox, and we are super excited about this opportunity. And right now we're going to unbox this awesome First Order Stormtrooper, and this guy is from the new Force Awakens film, which is coming out in just a few weeks. I don't know the exact number of days, but it will be here before you know it. I know there are lots and lots and lots of people that are out there counting down the hours and the days. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, but I've tried to stay away from all the previews and all the trailers and everything on this movie because I really want to be surprised, because the original Star Wars Episode 4 came out when I was a kid, and I saw it in the theater way back in the day. So taking my kids to the Force Awakens is going to be a whole new experience for me, and I can't wait for it to happen. But tonight we're going to get to check out this super cool toy, and as you can see, it is a bit of a departure from the original Galactic Empire Stormtrooper outfit, and that is because of the new things that are happening in the Star Wars universe with this new movie. You can see that it's more streamlined. The lines on this costume are much more clean. There's a huge transition from the old Stormtrooper helmet to this new First Order helmet. That's what a lot of people are talking about. It takes a lot of influence from the earlier Clone War clone helmets, and you can see a lot of that influence. The body armor itself, it looks a lot more like real armor now, as opposed to the Empire, the Stormtroopers from the Empire, the Galactic Empire. And it just looks like it's more suited for action and combat. So I'm really excited about the possibility of seeing all that in the movie and seeing what they do with these new Stormtroopers. A lot of people know this, but some people don't, and that the original Stormtroopers were actually the Clonetroopers, and that happened a long time ago, and they were actually all clones, and so each and every clone trooper was an exact duplicate. It was a genetic duplicate of its predecessor, and so all those guys were exact same height, they were exact same weight, and so all the clone troopers were completely uniform, and they looked exactly the same. And then you fast forward several years where you have the Empire is taking the same sort of concept and they're applying it to their soldiers, which became the Stormtroopers. And so those individuals were not clones, but they had specific requirements. I believe all the guys that were Stormtroopers had to be 5 foot 8 inches. They had to be a certain weight, so that they all looked the same. And if you watch the original Episode 4, when Luke Skywalker puts on the Stormtrooper outfit and goes to save Princess Leia in the detention cell, she makes a comment. She says, "You're awful short for a Stormtrooper, aren't you?" And that's why, because Luke Skywalker was shorter than 5 foot 8 inches, and so he was shorter than most Stormtroopers at that time, because the Empire wanted them all to look the same to present this uniformity. So, little cool facts about the Stormtroopers in the Star Wars universe. We're very, very excited this evening to look at this particular toy, again from Jakks, and so we're going to get to unboxing it right now. We're going to check it out. Alright, so I've already snipped the wire ties on this guy, the plastic ties, the zip ties. So they're two on the leg, so when you go to unbox it, you can do that. And the blaster is over on the, as you're looking at him, he's over on the left side. The blaster's located over here. And in order to remove that, I had to slip this tape here and pull this out and snip those zip ties. So for those of you that are getting ready to unbox this, or you're anticipating unboxing it, those are really the only connection points you're going to have to worry about. And after that, he's pretty free form. He comes out pretty easily. You can check out the packaging. I'm just going to set him to the side here and we can look at the packaging a little bit. Those of you that have watched the channel before, you know I'm a bit of a design geek. I like looking at the packaging too. So you can see, I believe this is the First Order emblem here. It kind of mimics the Galactic Empire logo. And then you have the really cool artwork down here with Kylo Ren. And stay tuned, because we got a Kylo Ren we're going to unbox here in just a minute. Again, Kylo Ren is on the side. And on the back, we've got the First Order Stormtrooper. Shows him in all his glory, all the various information. So the packaging is very, very simple on this guy. It is probably not packaging you're going to want to keep unless you're going to keep this guy completely contained within the packaging you bought him in. For collectors out there, there's a quick little point I wanted to make as I was looking over this figure. I know a lot of collectors. I got a lot of friends who are collectors, and so I've picked up a few tips from them. If you check on the back, a lot of times when they ship these guys, they'll ship them laying on their back. And since there's no external packaging here over the Stormtrooper, a lot of times you may run into little issues kind of like this, where you see on the back of the head there, it's kind of gotten scuffed. It's not a big deal if you're going to play with this toy. Like we're going to donate these toys to a little boy or a little girl somewhere in a hospital who is sick. So it's not a big deal if you're going to play with the toy, but if you are a collector, this is obviously something you'll want to check out, because you don't want to have that slight shipping damage there unless you want a unique collectible. So, alright, so these guys are somewhat posable, not super posable. The heads do turn, and they will turn all the way around. Initially, when I first started messing with this guy, it was very tight, and I had to kind of push pretty hard to get it to crack. And it's that plastic, that molding that's in there, it's kind of sealed up. So it's going to make a real loud cracking sound. Don't worry about that. You haven't broken the toy. But after you see that, it begins to loosen up and they begin to move. The arms are posable. No posability at the elbows. The hands do twist, however, so that's nice. You can kind of pose the blasters. Both arms are the same. There's some real cool detail work on the armor I really like. One of the second things I checked on the belt was to see if the belt is actually detachable. It's not. It's an integral part of the waist unit, so you're not going to be able to take that belt off. And then the knees, there's a little bit of give there, but I think that's probably more from just the attachment points, and I don't know if I would force that because it may wind up cracking the knee. Alright, so we're going to check the blaster out. So pull it over here so maybe you can see it a little bit better, because it just will disappear on front of the Stormtrooper there. So it's your classic black and white paint scheme, obviously to match with your Stormtrooper, your First Order Stormtrooper. Real sturdy construction. They're actually screws. They've got connecting this together. Looks like there are about 6 screws in here keeping this guy together. The weight and the heft of it is pretty heavy, so I wouldn't be swinging this around, if you're a little kid. Be careful if you're playing with it. You might crack somebody, so don't do that. Be very, very careful with that. But it's a really nice blaster. Very, very nice mold on this. Very, very clean lines. Not a lot of extra stuff hanging on. On the packaging, they have this thing hanging right here, and there are a couple slots right here on the leg, which I think is a really nice little add-on there, where you can just hang the blaster on the leg like that. I'm a huge fan. You may have heard me say this before on unboxing toys. I'm a huge fan of toys that can hold all their own accessories, that can hold all of their own weapons, armor, what have you. And this model is obviously designed with that in mind, so they probably designed this just for me. And then last but not least, the blaster fits in the hand really well, very solidly. I'm sure it fits in both hands. It looks like an identical mold on both of the hands there, just reversed. So the blaster fits in very, very solidly, which is nice, especially when you're playing with this guy. Because, when you're swinging it around, you don't want the blaster to come flying out and you lose it in the grass or at the playground or something like that. That was always a bit of a sad day for me when I would lose a weapon from one of my guys when I was out playing. So all in all, such a fantastic toy. I am just stoked. I'm stoked for the movie. I'm really stoked for this toy. It is so well made. It's so solid, so nice. And I'm really stoked for a young boy or young girl who's going to get this from Unboxing Toys. And ultimately, I'm super stoked for Jax, who sent this toy to us to unbox. We're really, really grateful and looking forward to the other toys that they sent us as well. So let us know what you think about this new First Order Stormtrooper. Give us your theory about these guys. Nobody really knows what these guys are all about because the movie's not out and they've been very, very secretive. So post in the comments. Let us know what you think these guys are all about, what their story is going to be. Are they going to be clones? Are they going to be people? Are they going to be all the same height, different heights? What are they going to do? So looking forward to our next video. Be sure and like, comment, and share this video, and we'll see you soon from Unboxing Toys.